Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's the 17th of September. This is WGTV Today. I'm WHALEY.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning, and thank you for being with us.
Wow. Just a few days left, and we head on into the fall season. Can you believe that? And the fall is in the air. The Wayne Regional Agricultural Fair getting ready to crank up. The Shriners getting ready for their fish fry coming up October 11th.
And we'll be hearing about many festivals throughout our community coming up soon. It's amazing. It's like when one starts, bam, it is fall.
It is.
First day of school,
bam,
everything changes.
When you say bam, I feel like cooking something.
What is his
Emerald.
name? Emerald.
That's right. Bam! Okay, Wayne County Mental Health, that is the Mental Health Association of Wayne County, is presenting a special program that will be presented by Lieutenant Flores over at the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. And it's entitled Texting, Sexting, Facebook, Twitter, and all that social media. Its impact on our children. This is a special program being presented now, and it will be taking place this Thursday evening, day after tomorrow, at 6 p.m. at Wayne Community College in the Walnut Building. 6 p.m., Walnut Building, Wayne Community College. Reservations are not required, but they will be taken if you want to call 734-3530. That's a number to the Mental Health Association of Wayne County. Or there's an email address that I'm not even going to bother to give you, but 734-3530, just remember that. Anyway, it's a special program, texting, sexting, Facebook, tweeting, and all that social media, its impact on our children.
That's right.
Presented by the Wayne Mental Health Association of Wayne County, a wonderful organization doing good work.
And Wayne, a while back we had some young folks come from Mount Olive College, and they were talking about a big concert that's coming up.
We did.
We did, and most of the young people know this group.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us older may or may not.
The Beatles!
Maybe not.
Oh.
This group is called Switchfoot, and they're switching feet, I guess.
Oh, are they switching feet? Yeah. Okay.
Switchfoot is the name of the group. It's part of the Fall Festival at Mount Olive College. This concert is being put on by a Grammy award-winning alternative rock band. It will be, mark your calendar, September the 27th at 7 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
Admission is, does that say $20?
$20.
$20.
That's what it says.
That's if they have any tickets left at the door. They prefer you to call because the tickets are really selling quickly. It's going to be held at the, can't see that either. Mount Olive College on their campus.
It's going to be held at the George and Annie Dale Carnegie Arena.
There you go.
There you go.
7 o'clock p.m., September 27th. If you're interested, you may want to give Mount Olive College a call, or you can visit their website at moc.edu.
And I do know this about Switchfoot.
What is that?
They are very popular.
Oh my goodness, they are extremely popular.
They're very popular. They're very big, although...
Ask anybody under the age of 30, they know who they are. The rest of us may or may not.
May or may not, yeah.
But I hear they're fabulous. Obviously so. They're Grammy Award winning.
Wow. Okay, well...
Switchfoot, coming to Mount Olive College.
It was on this very day. The year was 1796. Ah, I remember it well.
What year was that?
1796.
I bet you do.
President Washington delivered his farewell address to Congress before concluding his second term in office. He gave it up after 8 years. And you know, that was his idea to have just 2 terms, to be an 8-year president and then retire. That was his idea. And in fact, there was also a group that wanted to make him king of America.
Oh my goodness.
Because they were, you know, we were still putting all this stuff together back then. And he said, "No, I don't want to be a king. We don't need a king. We don't want a king. That's why our ancestors left Great Britain to start with.
Right.
And that's why we just finished this war. We don't want a king." So anyway, there you go. Anyway, he delivered his farewell address.
Anything else special happened this day and time?
Well, funny you should ask. Well, not funny, but since you asked. The Battle of Antietam in Maryland, a big battle. The bloodiest day in U.S. history commences on this day, 1862, 151 years ago today. The fighting in the cornfield, Bloody Lane, and Burnside's Bridge raging all day as Union and Confederate armies suffer a combined 26,293 casualties.
Goodness.
It was a horrible, horrible battle. All right, the X-15 rocket plane made its first flight this day in the year 1959, piloted by former Seymour Johnson Air Force Base Commander Chuck Yeager. Woo!
Woohoo!
All right. All right, and what else happened? The space shuttle was unveiled on this day in 1976. Can you believe that?
Was it 76?
In 76. 24, 13, bunch of years ago, 39 years ago. Hard to believe. There you go.
Gracious.
All right, let's go.
A lot of exciting things happening. Stay tuned. We've got some great interviews coming up, and they are the Cooperative Extension of Wayne County. We'll have Tyler here talking
Tyler
with us.
Whaley is going to be in here, yeah.
And we have Kate Daniels, the president of the Chamber of Commerce here in Wayne County, so stay tuned.
Our guest in the studio today is Tyler Whaley. He is the field crop agent for the Cooperative Extension Service. Sir, you're back.
Good to be here.
You're still here.
Still here.
This is great,
Still
man.
here.
I am glad to hear that. Kevin Johnston hasn't run you off yet, has he?
He's working me to death, though, folks. Just make them aware.
All right. Now, how long have you been with Wayne County, the Cooperative Extension Service?
My first day was June 3rd, so this is my 3rd month.
All right. Well, how are things going for you?
Going great.
That's good.
So far, so good.
You sure came in at a good time.
Very busy time.
I'm telling you,
Busy
things
time.
are so busy right now. Farmers out in the fields. Are we harvesting?
We're harvesting. A lot of our growers are putting in tobacco, and some of our growers have started harvesting corn. So it's a busy time of the year for our growers.
So how's our corn crop looking? Because I know with all that rain we had there several months ago, that really helped with our corn crop.
On average, the crop looks to be pretty good. We've had some growers, like I said, harvesting, and they seem satisfied with their yields and quality so far. So the outlook for our corn this year looks very good.
I imagine it's a bit early to talk about numbers and amount as far as yield goes, but it's a bit early for that. But we should get some numbers pretty soon on that.
Pretty soon.
Okay.
Pretty soon. Like I say, we only have 2 or 3 growers, so it's still kind of early for corn. But we have some out there, and the next couple of weeks we'll see a lot of our corn being harvested.
We have a good-sized corn crop here in Wayne County. We grow a lot of corn.
We grow a lot of corn, but what our viewers need to realize is that North Carolina in general is a corn deficit state.
Really?
So we still import, corn from the Midwest to feed our livestock. Wayne County, Sampson, Duplin counties, southeastern part of North Carolina, we need a lot of corn, to meet our livestock needs.
And that's, as far as corn goes, corn in the grocery stores and such, that's okay.
That's right.
We have plenty for that,
That's
but
right.
we need it for the livestock.
That's our main concern is to feed the livestock with our feed corn.
All right. What about the sorghum?
The sorghum, we do have some acreage in Wayne County. We have what we call, full season sorghum, I guess, where it's just one crop. And also we have some double crop sorghum, and that's planted behind the winter wheat.
Okay,
so
but we're still not growing enough to satisfy the needs we have.
We're still not growing enough.
And,
but our sorghum, it seems to be pretty good on average. We have some weak spots here and there, but I think it'll be okay. And it's used, to feed our livestock as well, just like corn.
We must have a pretty good-sized livestock community there.
We really do.
Because if we're short on corn, if we're short on sorghum, and we're hurting, then we have a big livestock
well, we depend on the Midwest. The corn belt is what we call it. We depend on that supply.
Of course, here in Wayne County, we're big on pig, right?
That's right.
All right.
Pig and, turkeys, chickens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Real big on that.
All right. And, of course, that's where the corn and the sorghum
that's right.
and all that.
That's where our market is.
That's our market.
Yeah.
All right, but now we're looking good in corn, but now there's been some areas where there's been some loss in corn because I've seen where although we had a great corn, what appeared to be a great corn crop, some of that corn has burnt up.
Some of it has, but a lot of the burning you see, I guess, is that the corn is mature. It's reached maturity.
Oh, okay. So it's time for it to look like
time. It's reached maturity. A lot of our acres has.
Oh, okay.
So the moisture, the grain moisture is still kind of high.
Yeah.
But a lot of growers are out there in the fields and they're starting to harvest the crop because they see it as there's a good potential for good yield. So they're not taking any chances as far as hurricanes go, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So. Well, what about as far as tobacco goes? How are we doing there?
The growers are harvesting tobacco. Some of our growers, or most of our growers, have harvested at least twice. Mm-hmm. The poundage, I think, is going to be a decrease from last year, and that's just because of the cool nighttime temperatures we've had, you know, the excessive rainfalls. So the poundage will be a little off, but it's still, overall looking countywide, it's still a decent crop. It's not a bumper crop by no means, but it's still a decent crop.
And we still grow a lot of tobacco here.
We grow a lot of tobacco.
And it still does well for farmers.
It does well for farmers in their cropping systems. Probably in Wayne County, I haven't seen the numbers yet, but I think we're around between 9,000 and 10,000 acres of flue-cured tobacco.
Okay, well, that's still good.
So we're still a big player in terms of flue-cured tobacco right here in Wayne County.
What else is big right now as far as where the farmers are? Are the farmers able to get into the fields at all? Because we still have a lot of rain.
We've still had a lot of rain, and we've had a lot of overcast days, but farmers have been able to get into the fields. You know, last week or so, we did have some dry areas in the county that needed some rain. It wouldn't hurt to have, you know, an inch of rain, you know, a week to help this crop fill out.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, what about other areas? Soybeans, how are we doing?
The soybeans, our full season varieties look pretty good. We still have some late planted soybeans behind the wheat because we couldn't get in there and harvest in a timely manner our winter wheat crop. So our planting dates were delayed pretty significantly. So those soybeans that were planted, you know, late July, early August, they're questionable.
Do we have a peanut crop farming community here in
We
Wayne
have
County?
some peanuts.
How are we doing with that?
They look pretty good to me, but it's not a player like, you know, our flue-cured tobacco and our grains or nothing like that. It's not a significant player. I mean, it's a factor, but in terms of acres, we don't have. It doesn't compare to the other crops, I guess you can say.
And I haven't talked about this before, but something I see more and more of is grapes here in Wayne County. I mean, and a significant size of grapevines growing. The wineries are growing grapes in Wayne County.
There seems to be, you know, a niche, I guess you can say, a market for it. So I guess this, like everything else, time will tell with that market.
Okay, we'll just have to wait and see how that goes.
Right.
We don't have a whole lot of time left, but we wanted to take a moment. I wanted you to tell us about what's going on with the soil sampling out of Raleigh.
Well, we have some news coming out of NCDA, our soil testing lab.
That's the North Carolina Department of Agriculture.
That's right.
Okay. Hey, it's okay. We're all adults here. You don't have to spell, man.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's
right.
right.
Go ahead.
But really, the big news coming out of Raleigh now is that there's going to be a soil sampling fee in what they call peak season, which is from December 1st to March 31st. And the fee is going to be $4 per soil sample.
$4 per soil sample, but that's only from December.
That's only from December 1st to March through March 31st.
Well, okay, the farmers know about this, I guess, right?
Well, they're starting to know about
it.
It's kind of new, just coming out of Raleigh, but it's something, you know, that our viewers need to be aware of. In terms of field crops, we have some of our clientele already sending samples to a private lab.
Okay.
So they're already being assessed a fee, so it might not apply to them.
Right.
And the reason they're doing that is because of the slow turnaround time we have in Raleigh.
Because everything bottlenecks between December and
March.
Right.
That's our peak season.
That's the peak season,
as they call it.
Well, for the homeowner, for the average homeowner, you shouldn't be sampling or testing your soil that time anyway, because that's the peak season. Well, everything's bottlenecked.
That's right. So, you know, I would advise, you know, from the homeowner's perspective, you know, from April to November is when they can sample, and it's still free.
Yeah, and it's free. April to November.
That's right.
It's free. Okay.
It's just you know, a thing that our growers, our homeowners, and other interested parties just need to be aware of. So I guess they can plan accordingly, because today, you know, we're in August. It won't be long before it's
December's right knocking on our door.
So.
And if I'm not mistaken, we're either the only or one of the very few states in the entire country.
Very few that doesn't have a fee.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Until now. But
so it's $4 per soil sample.
And it's just soil sample, just a routine soil sample. The other samples like waste, plant tissue samples, they remain the same.
Okay. So nothing changes there. If you have any questions about that,
that's right.
What do they find out about that?
Well, they can call our office and get up with us either Kevin, Jessica, or myself, or both Amelia, because it both applies to us.
That number should be appearing on your screen right now, and it is. It's 919-731-1525.
That's right.
Is that right? Close enough.
1520, just from 1520, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they can get
Okay,
somebody.
yeah, they'll just call any of those numbers, and you'll get through there, okay?
Yeah.
731-1525 is kind of right in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's a good place to start, okay?
That's right.
Okay. If you have any questions about the soil sampling fee, that's only from December to March.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
All right, what else is going on? Anything else we need to know about?
No, just really our growers are out there trying to get the crop in right now. They finally got some good conditions where they can actually get out in the field. Coming up, one thing in field crops, we're going to have a small grain production meeting coming up September 3rd. It'll be at 9 o'clock at the Wayne Center.
That's the day after Labor Day.
That's right, that Tuesday.
At Wayne Center.
At 9
on
o'clock.
a Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Right.
September 3rd. And
Yes.
who is this for?
It's for our small grains clientele. I guess you can say we're going to have Dr. Randy Wise. He's our small grain specialist from NC State. And we're going to have Dr. Wes Everman. He's our extension weed specialist. So basically they're going to be talking about, planting our winter wheat crop, variety selection, planting dates, plant population, weed control. So it'll be very informative for our small grain growers.
A lot of stuff there.
That's right.
Okay, very good. Also, want to remind you that this time of year, there's a lot of, still a lot of things available at roadside stands.
That's right.
Veggie stands, fruit stands, so we'll encourage you to support our Wayne County farmers and buy locally. Please support our Wayne County farmers. Head out to these fruit stands and these vegetable stands when you want good, fresh, homegrown Wayne County vegetables.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. I love it, man. I love it. Tyler Whaley is the field crop agent for our cooperative extension service here in Wayne County. You can call him at 731-1520, fill in the blank. 731-1525 is a good number to start.
That's
all right. Tyler, thanks for being with us.
Good to
buddy.
be here.
All right,
thank you, Wayne.
All right.
Joining me in the studio today is Kate Daniels, President of Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce. Let's find out what's happening in your community. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to the show, Kate.
Thank you very much for having me again.
We're always glad to have you.
Oh, thank you.
So tell us what's happening.
We have got a lot of things happening.
You always do.
We do, and I try to tell everybody when I'm talking, so I'm not talking 90 miles an hour, visit our website because that's where you can get the most up-to-date information. Laura does a great job uploading events, and when we have things going on at the chamber and new members and ribbon cuttings.
Yes.
So briefly today, since I don't think you want me on the whole show, I do want to talk about the third quarter hot topic.
Oh, yes.
Annually, we have 4 hot topics at the chamber. We, in speaking in the community, wanted to know from our members in the community, where are the areas of interest where we need more information? And one of those is economic impact.
Absolutely.
And the Wayne County Development Alliance obviously is in that business, and they do a phenomenal job. And Joanna and her team have worked to pull in this year's presenter, and it is Dr. Michael Walden. I want to make sure I say that right. Dr. Michael Walden from North Carolina State. He came and spoke in Wayne County in 2008, I think 2008 and 2009, which we all know was when the economy just completely fell apart and started going down. So it's going to be very interesting to see his take on where we are now, because
and where we're going in the future.
And that is so important. So we want to hear from him on the climate where we are now, what the forecast is, and what strategies business owners in our community can use to ensure that we continue to be, in the best possible position. So
absolutely. He
is a very engaging speaker. I think this is one of those topics where you could risk getting a touch monotone with a dry subject, but we all know the importance in our community and for economic growth, and for our current businesses and future businesses, and he is a very engaging speaker.
So tell us when and where.
Sure. Wednesday, September 4th, and it is a luncheon. So 12 o'clock at Goldsboro Country Club. And all this information is on our website. We've sent out a mailer that people will start getting And also it's on our website, our Facebook page. You can call the chamber for more information.
Okay.
And
that's
again,
to purchase tickets.
Sure, and that's just RSVP through the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. Wonderful.
And it's a full seated lunch, which is why we need RSVP.
Right,
'cause
exactly.
we want to educate you and feed you.
That's the way to do it.
That's right. That's right.
That's the way to do it. So if you're interested in
Absolutely.
participating in that, call or email. Visit the Chamber's website,
Yes.
find out additional details, and just let someone know if you'd like to be a part of that.
Right.
Is there a
And
fee attached with that?
There will be a fee attached to it, and all that information
Is on
will
the
be
website.
shared. Absolutely.
Perfect.
And the reason why I'm not sharing it now is because we don't know the final cost with
Right.
the lunch included.
Understand.
But it's incredibly affordable, and there is a lot of good information that's going to come. So, I'm encouraging not only business owners and leaders in our community, but and pull in somebody else within your company. We talk a lot about mentoring in our community and leadership roles. So if there's somebody else in your company that you would like to engage in this conversation, it's going to be mighty important.
Now is the time.
Absolutely. So we certainly thank the Wayne County Development Alliance.
They always do a great job.
They do a phenomenal job. And we're very fortunate to have such a strong entity in our community working in our eastern region to ensure that Wayne County continues to grow and have
exactly right.
opportunities and provide jobs.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am. So we've
What's
got that coming up. And
right
then
around the
next
corner.
day, I want to see you again. The next morning at Lane Tree, so September the 5th, is the annual legislative wrap-up. It is the update.
Yes, and you all do this every year.
That's right. That's right. This year, again, is sponsored by the Goldsboro News-Argus. And all of our legislators, our local legislators who are working tirelessly in Raleigh for us when they're in session, are coming to Lane Tree. And the setup is great. And I know you've been in the past.
Yes.
It starts at 7:30 that morning, that Thursday morning. So from 7:30 to 8, we have a breakfast, great breakfast at Lane Tree. And then at 8 o'clock, the program will start. And our legislators panel will be up front. And in the audience, we will have community leaders and businesses represented. But it's an opportunity for our legislators to share what
On a
they've
personal
been
level.
working on. Because we
Right.
see a lot in the headlines, but there's so many things that they work on and decisions that are made that, maybe people don't know about. And again, it's that constant engaging
Right.
the business community and citizens of our community with our legislators that
That's
are
right.
making decisions.
And hearing it from their point of view and their
That's right.
perspective is very important.
It is very important. And right now we are asking that individuals submit questions.
Yes.
And the point of that is, I can draft questions, but I can't speak on behalf of everybody. So we want input from the community on, questions on education or transportation
Whatever your
or
concern is.
military, whatever it is.
How do they get those to you?
Right, they can just email them to the chamber, call the
Okay.
chamber. All my contact information is on there. And then actually at the event, we will have set questions, but at the event, we will also let people in the audience, if they have a question during it, to submit it. Because, sometimes a conversation leads into
That's
and you're
exactly
like, gosh, I
right.
wish we could. So, there's an opportunity for a forum for our legislators to share the great work that's been done.
Exactly. Tell us the
and,
time and date of that one more time.
Thursday, September 5th at 7:30
That
a.m.
one's at Lane Tree. That's a breakfast. So if you
Right.
want to attend that, visit the website or give them a call. And make sure you get your reservations taken care of. Because
Absolutely.
Once again, you need to know how many people are planning to attend.
Absolutely, and it's
But it's open to the public.
It's absolutely, and it is mighty important. We know how important politics are, and these legislators do a great job. They're pulled in lots and lots of directions.
are.
And again, I like to talk about keeping the communication lines open. And I beg
That is
people,
of utmost importance.
call me, email me, talk to me about what your concerns are in the business climate and for our community.
That's
Because we just need to strengthen that communication. So this is going to be a great opportunity. So we've got
Fantastic.
2 great events that will impact our community.
Well, there you go. That's the 1st of September. Check out those dates. Check out the times, locations. We want to see you there. Opportunities to do 2 great things right here in your community. Thank you for being with us,
Thank
Kate.
you very much.
And we want to include you in what's happening at Wayne County Chamber of Commerce.
All right, we're back. That was good.
Yes, it was.
You know what? Tyler Whaley is new with the Cooperative Extension Office, and he's a relatively new graduate from NC State University. But this gentleman's going to be, he's going to be really good at what he's doing. He knows his business.
You know, NC State puts out a lot of fantastic graduates in their agricultural program.
That they certainly do. That they certainly do. We won't mention football, but
I'm not getting in the middle of all that.
Don't get in the middle of that. All right, but anyway, no, they've got a great team this year. But Tyler's going to do quite well, and I think Kevin Johnson is very fortunate
I'm sure he's thrilled to have him.
put him on.
And
of
course, Kate Daniels always does a great job
of
motivating us
Yeah.
about participating in things happening with the Chamber of Commerce.
That
Don't
is-
forget, business after hours tomorrow.
That is so true. Oh boy.
Oh, Thursday. Sorry, Thursday.
All right, on Thursday, yeah.
Yes.
Because today is not Thursday.
No, it's
or
not.
Wednesday.
And we don't want you showing up at Doug Henry Buick GMAC on the wrong day.
Unless
right?
you plan
Did I
on
say-
buying your car. Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Birthdays today. Coach Phil Jackson having a birthday. He's 67 today. Nate Burkus is Oprah's buddy. He's the designer, the interior designer.
okay.
Nate.
Okay.
Got a little beard, kind of a nice looking guy. But anyway. Also a birthday today for Cassandra Elvira Peterson. You know who that is?
Who is that?
That's Elvira.
I wonder
Yes.
with the little Elvira thrown in there, that
Yeah,
might be her.
the Mistress of the Dark. She hosted the classic horror films on television. She's 61 years today.
Still a young pup.
She is. And I want to mention John Ritter's birthday today. He passed away. Can you believe he died
Still
10
can't.
years ago?
Cannot.
10 years ago, John Ritter died, the son of Tex Ritter, a famous movie star and country singer. But John Ritter, in his own right, an extremely talented actor who died way too early. He would have been my age. He would have been,
really?
Yeah, he would have been 65 today. Not that I'm 65.
Of course not.
Of course, there's not that far away, but still, he was a month older than I. Anyway, regardless of that, he's John Ritter, star of course Three's Company and so many other things, and was having success.
Yeah, with a new show. I don't remember the name of it right this second.
Something about 8. I don't remember the name of it anyway, but that was John Ritter. All right, what else do we have? Who's on tomorrow's show?
No, before we get into that, I
Yeah.
want to remind you the Hillbilly Hike is September the 21st.
Oh boy.
And they are already registering people, and the teams are getting full. So if you're interested, go to hillbillyhike.com and register. They've got different time slots of when your team can start.
Oh, okay.
They can start as early as 8 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and you can go on until later in the afternoon, I think 1 and 2 o'clock. But it will be back at Waynesboro Park this year, and this, of course, is a 5K obstacle course, and it is quite interesting. Just make sure you don't mind getting a little bit muddy.
So as I understand
That
it,
might be in your future.
no, the folks who are serious about running an obstacle course, it's about timing.
It's about how
Get
quickly
it
you
done as
can
quickly
get
as possible.
through every obstacle correctly.
But if you're not that much into obstacle courses, timing is not all that important.
Right.
You just want to be able to finish
And have fun.
and have fun doing it. That's right.
And get dirty, because you will get very muddy.
You're going to get some dirt on you, yeah, get muddy.
But they have a great time, and we'd love to see you out there. Waynesboro Park, September the 21st. It's right around the corner.
And now, who's on tomorrow's show?
Tomorrow's show
Is, ta-da,
Wayne Community College. We're going to have their public information officer, Miss Tara Humphreys, here with us.
Ray.
And we also have an interview with Mount Olive College. It may be there talking about Switchfoot. I have a sneaky feeling.
Oh, okay, good. All right, good. Well,
That's
join us.
right.
That's right. Join us tomorrow. We're on tomorrow morning. We start at 7 o'clock, and then the show repeats at different times throughout the day. So I hope you'll stay with us
And they
tomorrow.
can find us on YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube. That's
Don't
exactly.
forget.
Don't forget that. Go to waynegov.com and click on the link on the right side of the page to YouTube, and you'll do the same for the city.
That's right. You go to goldsboronc.gov and click on YouTube, and you can find all of these past shows dating back to the very first day.
So until we meet again, sounds like a song. I'm
Yes, it
Wayne
does.
Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.